You know, I have one question either to Dean or Greer. When we talk about PlanCon, and I think Dean mentioned this, there's a moratorium, if you will, from the state. But PlanCon is a process by which the architects and the school district provide essentially updates. Is that correct? And at the end of the project, PlanCon will approve a certain amount of money that would be reimbursed to the school district. Is that correct? Do we know what that ratio is, or what the school district's aid ratio is, to kind of give folks an idea of how much money may be coming back? And that money obviously would be used for debt service. Is that correct? So please.
Let me just answer or follow up on your point about PlanCon. PlanCon is like an 8-part process, A through K. Our project has been approved for parts A and B. You've heard the word about moratorium. Moratorium specifically is for receiving new applications. It's not for not paying anyone. So once you're in the pipeline, your reimbursement, you eventually get your reimbursement, hopefully once the state figures out the budget issues. But the moratorium is not like it was in the governor's first budget, but the moratorium is simply not to receive new applications. It was not to stop projects that were in the pipeline or projects that were waiting for funding. As you go through each step of PlanCon, each step of the project, there's a reporting system to the department. Our next step for your project would be what we call Part D, which is a project cost based upon estimates, followed by Part E, which is the design development, would be more refined designs of what we would show you this evening in more detail. Part F would be the construction documents in the bid phase. Part G is the project cost based upon bids. So we will be looking at Part G until December of 16 at the earliest right now. Once that is approved, the project construction contracts can go forward. Part H is the financing. That was the piece that Zach spoke to you about. Once Part H is approved, then the reimbursement will start to flow on the annual debt service payments that he alluded to. So that's the quick and dirty of PlanCon. There are some more parts that follow that for some interim reporting and some refinancings. Those would follow later on if refinancings become available for you. The reimbursement for this elementary project, effective, when you take the eligible amount for the project, divided by the project cost gives you a percentage times the district's market value aid ratio. This works out to be about 11% for the elementary project. The high school is not reimbursable. And I showed that the mising line between high school and elementary. The elementary portion is what is getting the reimbursement. The high school portion is not. For two reasons. One is there are separate entities. Students don't share both facilities, so there is a demising line for that. Plus, it gives the district the opportunity down the road, if they want to go back and get reimbursement for the high school, and they decide to do renovations there, they're not starting with a new project. The districts right now are eligible for reimbursement every 20 years after a reimbursement project has been completed. So you don't necessarily want to start the clock on the high school if you're not going to be doing that much work there. So we kept that option open for the board and the district for future years.
Yes, thanks, I appreciate it.